Hello everyone from the Newsroom studio. It's an extreme pleasure for us to continue with the next release of our monthly online broadcast, Newsroom.
Hello One Ecosystem. Every time I become more and more impatient to share with you the latest news and updates within the network.
Same here. We take the opportunity to inform you about the most recent news within the One Ecosystem, to discuss all topics that are of great importance to our members and to answer all your questions.
When you said questions, probably here is the right time to show you the email address of the online show, where you can address all your questions and we'll do our best to answer them. Do not miss out to follow us on social media channels, YouTube, Facebook and Instagram.
And do not forget to subscribe to the One Ecosystem YouTube channel and get instant notifications for all new publications.
And before we continue, let's get to know what we will see today. A very important topic recently announced, the deal shaker fiat conversion pool.
Yes, a lot of questions came from the network. Let's see how it will work. Information directly from the deal shaker global director VLADISLAV VELKOV. Mr. VELKOV, it's very nice to see you after our trips in China. How do you feel? And Korea, I'm sorry.
It was an amazing trip. Korean community is well developed. I'm impressed and I will be happy to see their progress.
Super, we recently announced the upcoming deal shaker fiat conversion pool. The whole community is very excited about this news. Please tell us more about the idea, what it means in general.
Yeah, and they have to be excited because it's an amazing tool that will help them exchange their coins and boost our community on the next level. The idea behind deal shaker conversion pool is to allow our merchants to deposit part or all of their ones in the pool and start exchanging them to fiat. It will be very easy and only one action is required by them, just to deposit the amount that they want to convert. After that, they just need to start selling their products as they do in deal shaker every day.
And this is valid only for deals with, let's say, 50% in ones? What about the else?
Initially, we'll start with the merchants that are selling deals with 50% one or more. The idea is to stimulate our top merchants that are accepting a bigger part of the deals in one and to stimulate them continue this good practice. After the conversion pool started, we will gradually decrease the level and even merchants with a small percentage of one will be eligible to participate in it.
And how is this exactly going to work? Let's imagine that I'm not an IMN and I don't have ones. What should I do?
Well, you are just a buyer.
Yes.
You visit deal shaker and you browse our 1,000 deals there. You find 1, 2, 3 deals that you're interested in and you want to buy them. So just you put them in your cart and you continue in the checkout process. As a buyer, you are requested to pay with fiat and you complete the purchase. It's a very simple process for the buyer and system exchanging on the back end all the coins required for this transaction. So everything happens automatically and the process is simple and convenient for the buyer and for the merchant.
Okay, so the customer can purchase as much ones as it wants and as it needs, correct?
Yes, correct. The buyer purchases the ones that are required for the deals to be completed.
But why should somebody must buy once, then just rather buy it for fiat? Only for fiat.
Yeah, because the deal is in deal shaker. Merchant there publish the deals in once and in fiat. So as a buyer, I need to purchase one in order to participate in the deal shaker. I want to stress here that we have unique offers that can be found only in deal shaker, and they are very good on the price and quality of the deals. That's the reason why buyer will need one to purchase the deal there, because deal shaker is the only place to find this deal online.
As I understand, this is a deal shaker development strategy. And what do you expect to be the outcome of it?
Well, we have three expectations according to this feature. First one is to allow our merchants to monetize their ones and to boost their presence in the platform. Second is to increase the quality of our deals and to attract more merchants that will be happy to participate in our platform. And the third one is to increase our buyer group and open the deal shaker to the world.
And now, the big question, when do we expect it working, the deal shaker conversion pool?
Deal shaker conversion pool will be here till the end of the year. We already started the initial application for the participants that want to be our early adopters of this feature. The application is open, so the merchants are able to send email to...
Yes, we just gave them this option to save email, but what exactly must be in this email?
Okay, they need to send their email and merchant name from the platform. They need to send the desired amount that they want to deposit. After that, we will contact them and we will speak with them about the details and how they will participate in the initial stage.
And Mr. VELKOV, behind the scenes, please. What else shall we expect as the development within the deal shaker, let's say for this or in next year?
Well, in the short term, our focus is to improve our merchant profile, to allow them to monetize their ones and to start selling more. After that, in the, let's say, the next year, we are going to work especially on the integrations, logistic partners, payment methods, and all kinds of integrations that will make our deal shaker stronger on a global level.
Thank you, Mr. VELKOV. Ladies and gentlemen, the Global Deal Shaker Director specially announced for you, Mr. Vladislav VELKOV. Thank you one more time.
Thank you, it was a pleasure.
So many interesting information and topics to share today, Nike. I don't know how we'll do it in 20-30 minutes.
Be sure that we'll manage to do that. So let's not waste time and continue with the topics. People want to learn more.
Totally true. Nikki, you were the one to participate in the second part of the Asian tour. What is your impression? How was it there?
Let's say it was step by step. It was even better than the first, but let's try to express our feelings in some videos. The next video is coming directly from China, and after that we will see a video from our event in South Korea. Amazing organization, but let's see it together.
For me, it's extreme pleasure to continue this episode of the Newsroom with our CEO, Mr. VENTSISLAV ZLATKOV, here next to me. You're welcome.
Thank you, Teodora.
Last time we had a very, very nice conversation with him last September, as far as I remember. So we have a few topics to discuss today. First of all, I would like to congratulate you for the participation in the Asian events recently, in the second part of the China and Asia tour. What was your first impression from the people there, from the events, how everything happened?
Thank you for having me here, first of all. The tour was amazing. It was very successful for the people, first of all, for the organizers, and second, for the company as well. This is our second time in China for the last 3 months, if I'm not making a mistake. And we are very well accepted over there. China is getting a huge development. People are starting to understand each other and work together. Our second visit to China was with one very special message that you know about, the unification. That kind of message that we wanted to send to the people is that they can rely on each other, they can help each other, and they can work together. And what we saw is the exact same thing. People are now working together, helping each other, and I'm really, really hopeful that this is going to continue on the same path.
So we can comfortably say here that mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished for first stage of unification, yes.
We already saw some very impressive videos from the events there. I would say that it's an amazing organization. I suppose that it was like that.
Yes, it was like that. In China, it's not so easy to organize an event, but a lot of the members, a lot of the leaders over there are helping and doing their best. Some of them are preparing for an event extremely well, and we have zero issues with the organizations when we work with specific groups and specific leaders. I want to thank them. They know who they are, and thank you for that help once again.
So I suppose we are talking about a very good example for the whole community. One of the last countries you visited was actually South Korea. What impressions do you have from the people there, from the network and the development?
First of all, it's my first time in South Korea. It's an amazing country. I hope I'm going to see it again very soon. The people over there, they are expecting a lot and they're kind of waiting to do the deployment. I have here the possibility to tell them, don't wait, it's the right time for you to make the deployment. I was asked a couple of times, should we wait? When is the last time to deploy? And is it the right time to announce it?
Yes, this is a very, very essential topic, very sensitive one, and many people, for example, when I was in Romania as well, in Hungary, many people asked, when shall we do it? Shall we do it now? Shall we wait a bit? When will this first stage end up? So probably here is the right time to tell the whole community, before we announce it officially in the newsletter and in the news section in our webpage, when exactly will this first phase of deployment end?
Thank you for this question. It's very important. As you said, you've been to Hungary and Romania and people are asking. I'll tell you something about the deployment. The deployment will have an end date which is 6 months prior to the last opened country available for deployment. What does that mean? If the country that you started to deploy opened on 1st of August, but for example another country started 2 months later, that means that in total you will be eligible for 8 months. That's why the end that we are putting right now is 3rd of September.
Okay, so 30th September, no matter in which country when the deployment started, for all the countries and for all people, 30th of September will be the last date of this first stage.
That will give some of the countries more time to deploy, others exactly 6 months. We don't give no one less than 6 months as we promised.
Okay, and here comes probably the next important question. As we previously announced that there will be a second phase of this deployment, another deadline, what will happen? Will the prices change? Because we already announced that the prices might be significantly higher than the current ones for deployment.
Right now, the company is taking its responsibility for the price and awaits for the better windows when the deployment should be done in order to lower the fees with the contract that we have with the specific companies regarding that matter. What will happen after 30th of September is that we will no longer, as I said, we will no longer assist in that matter, and we won't have this possibility, and the prices are going to be doubled. So if you want to deploy on the prices that are right now, when the company is helping you, after that it's out of our comprehension. We gave enough time to the people, and they will have this option to do it by themselves, but the prices are going to be double as per the information that I have at the moment.
Okay, so I want to summarize here because it's very important for people. So till the end of September or 30th September 2023, all IMAs will have the chance to deploy their accounts at the current announced prices, the promo prices, let's call them.
Yes.
After this period, from the 1st of October, the prices will be double. This will be, of course, officially announced in our newsletter.
Yes, in our proper channel. So I encourage you to take profit and advantage of the contract that we have right now and the prices that we offer right now. Take the advantage, don't wait for the last minute, don't make an excuses for yourself, because we are talking about your coins.
Okay, so this is a very, very important information and news. That's why I love when you're here, because you're bringing me news. For everyone, once again, 30th of September will be the end of this first phase of public blockchain deployment. After this date, the prices and the fees will be double than the current promo ones that we have. So we have some other topics and some other questions that I noticed within the social media group. So one of the main current, I wouldn't call it a problem, but things that are happening actively, is that many leaders, former leaders of the One ecosystem, actually are trying to allure people to join other projects which are with unidentified success rate, etc. So what would you, as a CEO of the company, advise all the members of the network?
First of all, we don't force anyone to work with us. This is something that people need to understand. We don't force anyone to leave, we don't force anyone to join. It's about personal decision. A lot of people were with us for many years prior than me, before me, and what I can tell is that those people right now are attacking the project in a very, let's call it brutal way, because they use this to deceive the people to join something that even they don't understand, first of all. And second of all, they are using a lot of scam, which I don't like. They even create fake profiles to existing members in order to attract people, which is completely wrong, completely brutal, and totally unacceptable from the company. I do not want to attack anyone personally, but please, please use your heads, be very careful, follow the proper channels. We have the newsletter, we have the groups in Telegram, we have in WhatsApp, we have information all over, we have Facebook, we have our own pages. Don't fall for that fake news. I know that from time to time it's hard when, for example, someone creates a profile of me, for example. I'm giving myself as an example.
This is a good example because you actually have a lot of profiles on Facebook. For example, many people are pretending to be Mr. Ventsislav ZLATKOV, and I see that a lot of people are misled by this information, and they're asking all the time, is this a correct profile? Is this a correct profile? So it's kind of tricky and difficult actually to notice which is the real one.
I will explain something very clearly right now. No one has my personal Facebook account, neither you. And you know exactly why. No one in the company, no one in the IMAs, no one that is related has my personal Facebook account. So whenever anyone, any member sees any profile of me with a picture that I'm taking part of this profile, this is fake, 100%, because nobody has my personal account.
This is a good example. This is a good example, but yes, this is true that many people, some of them are former leaders and IMAs, some of them might even not be and might not have ever been members of the One ecosystem. Yes, they're stealing the identity actually. This is identity theft, which is a very serious crime. They're creating different Telegram profiles, accounts with their names, even with their pictures. They're duplicating, by the way, pictures of different groups, IMA groups or corporate groups, and they're pretending to be One ecosystem.
This is illegal. This is illegal. People need to understand that this is illegal. We are taking care of all of the precautions, all of the requirements in order to have everything created by law, no matter when and no matter which group we are creating. Everything is strict and everything follows their rules. If you follow our channels, you won't get trapped in such an issues.
This is totally true, and a very good message and appeal for the whole network, that they really have to be very, very careful. I would bring you back to probably these leaders that recently decided to continue with different projects, etc. For me, it's really interesting because on the one hand, we have already seen many new projects. We have already seen many times former leaders creating new projects, etc., that tremendously fell down in a couple of months.
All of them.
Actually, yes. On the other hand, we have all these people leaving the One ecosystem and saying, hey, we're happy, we're in a new project, etc., we're very good here. My question about your comment here is, why actually, if you're so happy with your new project, if you're doing well there and you're developing yourself, why they still get back to the One ecosystem? They somehow cannot split, they cannot...
This is because they are powerless. This is the reason. When they change projects and when they try to bring old members and old groups to attract them in the new project, they don't have the power, they don't have the community that we have, and they're trying to steal and they're trying to scam them into coming in their project, and they cannot do it without attacking us. They attack us because they don't have other tools to attract people. We have an amazing community, working products, expecting products to come in the near future. Some of them we're gonna postpone for specific reasons. Some of them we are awaiting for certain documents and certificates in order to work. Others are about days to come. So what they are trying to do right now, some of our big leaders, and they were not only leaders, they were taking very, very high level positions in the company and in the network. They are with empty hands. They are with empty hands, and if they try to slow us, I'm gonna tell them something. You can't slow us, because they depend on us. They depend on us. Even if they go away and run away and try to allure someone, believe me, in a couple of months, weeks, they're going to crawl back when they see what we have.
It's really disappointing that we're even talking about this topic, for me at least, because I know these people, I've worked with these people, I've somehow personally trusted these people. However, I would say that we in the company are not somehow stressed or under pressure, exactly because of these products and projects that you just mentioned. So anyway, we're continuing with or without somebody. The company is continuing its development. However, here you gave some very interesting information in South Korea, as far as I remember, about the OneForex, which is a key project within the One ecosystem. So could you please explain to us about this delay of the project, why people are still waiting, why we're not releasing the project?
Well, regarding OneForex, I am personally involved in this project, and it's a project that gives the biggest opportunity for an income, a part of the One ecosystem. And this is something that every person in the world needs to have: diversification of his own personal portfolio. OneForex is that tool that is missing to the people, that they can assure their future and their investment. OneForex, it's gonna delay for a very specific reason. I explained this in South Korea, but I'm gonna tell you more. Here, OneForex is special because you don't separate the signals that we provide and the platform. With one subscription, you get both. So this is the first and one of the most important benefits. The second is the signals by itself. Those signals, we are expecting a very high successful rate. Right now, we cannot deliver this feature. I'll tell you why. Because for the last 4 months, maybe more, 4 months, we are seeing that there is a huge change in the global economy. You have the situation in Ukraine and Russia. You have the American debt, which is the biggest issue. You have the BRICS on the other side. Everything is influencing exactly the cryptocurrency. Exactly the cryptocurrency. If you take a look on the stock exchange and the stock market, there are developments, but not for the crypto market. The crypto market has its downs and very hard predictions because of the US debt. The US debt is putting us in a difficulties to provide people with the exact high rate that we promised. Me as a CEO, I don't want to take part in a project or a product that doesn't deliver what we have promised. If we cannot deliver the promised percentage rate, we will give enough time to the specific team in order to get stabilized. The time frame, I don't know what it is at the moment, but I know that as soon...
This is not something that anyone can predict currently, to be honest. Actually, sorry for interrupting you. By US debt, we mean the national debt, which by governmental information, by the way, was expected even to exceed 30 trillion US dollars by the end of this year.
Yes, because it was about to change every month with 3 or 4 trillions, which is
a lot.
Which is a lot of money, and this is something that right now is damaging the world crypto market.
So probably there we're talking more or less about this correlation between the stock exchange, how it's influencing the cryptocurrencies and the Bitcoin especially, and on the other hand, this correlation and connection between the US dollar when it's falling down, for example, the Bitcoin is going up. So currently we're in front of a very interesting situation. What will happen? Which correlation will be damaged and destroyed and changed in the future?
Right now, we are seeing that correlation partially is changing, because any movement of the dollar didn't give any movement on the Bitcoin. And this is something that happens for the first time. This is why we don't want to enter right now in a situation where we are following the necessary precautions and measures in order not to make people subscribe or buy the packages for the Forex, in order not to trap them into a situation where they cannot get out, because that correlation that you are talking about right now is in a very tricky situation. The correlation that we know is between the US dollar and the Bitcoin. One goes up, the other goes down. Nasdaq and Dow Jones, one of the indexes, are correlated as well. But recently we've seen companies joining some of those indexes without even making a punctuation into the Bitcoin situation. And that's very disturbing. So we do not want people, educated people, to fall into this issue.
However, this is a global trend. This is not some problem or that only our team of analytics, marketing analytics and experts are facing currently. So we're just waiting here on the global situation, how it will change, the crypto world, how it will be influenced. So it's something that we're up to and waiting so that people can benefit as much as possible from the OneForex. Okay, I would kindly ask you here for some last words towards the community.
You have an amazing opportunity right now to make your deployment, and I urge you and encourage you to do it. You have enough time. Take your time, take your decisions. Hope to see you soon again in Asia. We are working on it. Now, stay tuned in order to not to give spoilers, but my message to you is take the good example of how united we are when we are attacked. This is a very good example because we fight like a family. And right now we need each other. Let's be unified like China showed us that can be. And over there it's very hard to unify. So 2 words, deploy and unify. Thank you.
Thank you for these words. Of course, these are not the first attacks. We've seen a lot, and I would personally say that they have only made us stronger. So probably this is another step forward. Thank you for this interview. Thank you for your time. Please stay with us.
Teddy, we hope that we were helpful with the information provided.
Hopefully we were. Don't miss out on our next episode of the Newsroom, where we'll widely discuss the OneVita product and its distribution.
A lot of good news there. Stay tuned and follow the official company channels.
Never trust information that is not confirmed by the company. Stay safe.